on Craigslist.
How much?
Many of those animals that are sold there are not in healthy condition, and there's no way to really be sure unless you get your animal from a source that you know and you trust.
Yeah.
Okay, where do you find care information? On my handout here, which you're more than welcome to pick up, I have a list of some websites that have general reptile information. There's one that also has vet information, not just for Sacramento, but all around. We have some supplies vendors listed here, including at least one, which is here on the showroom floor. I didn't know it would be here. That's LLL Reptiles. And I also have a list of General Northern California reptile clubs, at least one of which, the North Bay Herp Society, has the display table right next to ours, over facing that wall. So, can I answer any questions for anyone? Anything to do with picking out or taking care of a reptile? Yes, sir.
I'm gonna go put a hold on one of these tanks over here.
An inexpensive place to get crickets online. The Cricket Ranch. Bessie's Cricket Ranch.
Yes.
Other questions?
And they're beautiful.
You have a question? What's your question?
Get a receipt.
Can you come up here so I can hear you better? Thank you. What about a turtle? Okay, this young gentleman wants to know if turtles are good pets for kids, and I'm glad he asked that. One of the most commonly available turtles that you will find in many pet stores is the red-eared slider. You can recognize it because it's got a red stripe where its ear is. These are not good pets. They are not native animals. People get tired of them and they throw them outside where they compete with our wild native turtles. Why do people get tired of them? Because water turtles that live in water, not like box turtles, are really messy. It's like cleaning up after an anaconda snake. Yuck, not for me. If you're looking for a turtle, I would suggest that you get a box turtle, okay? That's a really good pet for a kid. Other questions? Would you come up here, please, and tell me? Come up here closer. How much do the turtles weigh? Oh. Box turtles never get to be much bigger than that. It's not like a sulcata tortoise that needs this room to live in. Other questions? Did you have a question back there? Anyone else? Yes, ma'am.
Do the box turtles need regular exercise?
Talk with the person selling them to ask that question. I am not a turtle expert. I do snakes and lizards.
I have a friend who walks hers every day.
Yes.
I'm getting a turtle, so that's why I asked.
If what a lizard is or a snake? Okay. Inevitably, I get this question. How can you tell if a snake or a lizard is a male or a female? Let's start with the snake. That's easier, believe it or not. If you know what you're doing, and only if you know what you're doing, you can use a special instrument that veterinarians use to find out whether a snake is a male or a female. It only takes about 2 minutes to do that. You cannot sex a lizard the same way. Depending on what kind of a lizard it is, you may be able to tell if the animal is an adult, and you can't tell until the animal is an adult. If you look on the underside of the lizard's hind legs, you will see a row of dots. Those are called femoral pores. In an adult female, they're generally very small, just like pencil point markings. In an adult male, they are much bigger, and sometimes they actually stick out. But unfortunately, you can't tell until the lizard is an adult, and when I say an adult, I mean a year to 2 years old. Other questions? Right here. What kind of chameleon is good for kids? The answer is very few of them. Chameleons, except for one or maybe two species, are in the category of animals that are display animals. Also, with one or two exceptions, they have very special temperature and humidity and caging requirements. So I would suggest, if you're interested in a chameleon as a pet, talk with one of the breeders here, and they will explain to you what is needed for each of those types of animals. Other questions? Okay, please come and visit us at the Northern California Herp Society table. We're over there. We've got snakes for adoption, $30. Thank you very much. Come on up and ask me a question personally if you were too shy to ask it in public.